Hello, and welcome to my Pick Three at a Glance family and viewers. What we have here with the Pick Three at a Glance, December 21, 2022, is my tutorial section. And with my tutorial, what I do is explain to everyone how to use the Pick Three at a Glance. And it's called Pick Three at a Glance because I take 22 numbers and I do the 1-1 rundown and 22 numbers. And with those 22 numbers, you have all one possible 1,000 numbers and their combinations, all at a glance on 22 columns. Fairly easy and simple. And that's why I call us the home of no tic-tac-toe, no date sums, no grids, no flips, no multiple 100 different rundowns. All right? Because the lottery is not set up for that. It's not made that people use to try to hit the lottery the next day. The lottery is not made up for you to win. It's made up for you to lose. By the simple fact, you got 1,000 numbers. You got 1 in 1 odds of hitting those 1,000 numbers. If you played a different number for 365 days out of the year, you still gonna have 635 numbers left that you ain't gonna touch. All right? You just not gonna get them. Ain't no tic-tac-toe, no date sum, no grid, no flip, no multiple 100 rundowns are gonna show you all the 1,000 numbers. Okay, at a glance. What they do is like giving you episodes of what's going on with the 1,000 numbers. But with the Pick Three at a glance, you get to see the whole movie. You get to see the whole movie. All right? It's just like paying to go to the movies, and when you get there, all they got is episodes for you to look at. That's kind of boring. But with Pick Three at a glance, it keeps it interesting because you can track all 1,000 numbers each and every day. You can track, with Pick Three at a glance, you can track the front pair, the back pair, the single digits, all at a glance. And you'll always know why you're playing your numbers, because you'll always be tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. You won't have to guess another number unless you get bored of doing what you're doing and want to guess a number. Okay, but what I'm going to do is show you that the system works. And congratulations to all my Pick Three at a Glance family that hit that 109 on the 20th. And I also hit it, just to show you that my system works. And the reason we hit that was because by tracking for the year, I knew that 4, 5, 6, and 901, the mirror of them, hadn't failed all year. So by the law of average, I knew that one of those numbers was going to come before the end of the year. That's how you strategize, okay? So congratulations to everybody that called me and let me know and text me that they hit the 109. All right? So here's how the Pick Three at a Glance system works. Okay, December 20th, 109 came in. Today's December 21st. This 109, it is a straight. Straights can come 6 different ways. All right? And the last time this 109 came out was April 20, 2018. That's what I mean. You got 1,000 numbers. And those 1,000 numbers take almost 3 years to 4 years, pretty much to 4 years, to change positions and rotate throughout the year. Because this 109 can come as 109, it can come 190, it can come 019, it can come 910, it can come 019, and it can come 091. That's the importance of tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. So you can always know and see what's going on with those numbers and how they're changing positions. Okay? And what we use, we take the 22 numbers and we build 22 columns off of those 1-1 rundowns for each one of these numbers. And whenever you do the rundown on one of these numbers, these are the base numbers, the 22 numbers that I call the columns, 22 columns. One of these base numbers, whatever this number is, will always be in that rundown if it don't be the number itself. Okay? Now, what we do is add 1 to each one of the numbers came in. This 1-1 rundown is the most powerful and effective rundown in my book in all the lottery of Pick 3. Okay? Because it puts everything in numerical order and it's empty, easy to add it without a doubt. And that's powerful. It keeps everything simple. I call it the KISS effect. Keep it super simple. When you add 1 to 1, you get 2. 1 to 2, you get 3. 1 to 3, you get 4. 1 to 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. 1 to 6, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. 1 to 9, you get 10. But you don't use the 1, you just use the 0. 1 to 0 is 1. When you get the 1 at the bottom and you got it at the top, you're done. Same here. You got the 0 at the top. So you just count straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. 0 at the bottom, 0 at the top. All in numerical order. Then you got the 9. 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 at the bottom, 9 at the top. You're done. You can't beat it. Simple. Easy. Easy to follow. Easy to track. All the base numbers are in numerical order. The 22 base numbers are all in numerical order. And they are 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, 024, 025, 026, 027, 037. Those are your base numbers, the straights. They can come 6 different ways. Here are the doubles. Doubles can only come 3 different ways. And they have 2 like numbers in them. Like this 100 got 2 zeros. So you go 001, 002, 003, 004, 005, 011, 022, 033, 044. Those are your 22 numbers. 12 are the straight, 10 are the doubles. Like I said, when you do the 1-1 rundown, one of these base numbers will always be in that rundown. Now, it might not be in the same format, because when you do the 1-1 rundown and the numbers change, each one of these numbers will change with it. So you're looking for one of these base numbers over here, and you see, oh, there's 210, and you have 012 here in column 1. They're the same numbers, but they just changed position. So you mark it off, and you look for it in column 1, and you go to column 1 off the master sheet. And here's the master sheet with the 22 numbers that I just called out. All right? Here's your straights, and here are all your doubles. All right? And here's your column 1. You go to 012, and you're looking for the 901, and here it is. It's 901 instead of 109. Because when you do the 1-1 rundown on this position, if this 012 changed to 210, then this 901 would change. But it's all the same number. They're just in 6 different ways. Mark off that 901. Bam, you're done. At a glance, you can see what's going on with the 1,000 numbers. Because each one of these numbers comes 6 different ways. Each one of these numbers come 3 different ways. Your triples can only come 1 way. All right? So now, how do we get the $1,000? When you do the 1-1 rundown on each one of these numbers, you're going to have 10 numbers. All right? All 10 of those numbers can come 6 different ways. So each one of these columns represents 60 numbers at a glance. You got 12 of them. 12 times 60 gives you 720 numbers at a glance with 12 columns you're looking at. All the 1,000 numbers, 720 of them, you're looking at with just the 12 columns at a glance. Then you got the doubles. They can only come 3 different ways. You got 9 of them because the triples can only come 1 way. So you got 9 times, and these columns equal 30 numbers, and it's 10 of them. So you got 9 times 30 gives you 270 numbers. You got the straights, which represent 720 of the numbers. You got the doubles that represent 270 of the numbers. That total is 990 of the numbers, all at a glance. Then you got your triples, which is 10 of them. And that 90 and 10 gives you 1,000 numbers. You're looking at right here on this sheet. Okay? And that's 1 in 1,000 eyes. This 1 in 1,000 eyes is never going to change. These numbers rotating is never going to change for you to have to watch. All right? Now, with these numbers, with this sheet here, this is a monthly sheet. All right? I do a monthly sheet. And with that monthly sheet, I track all the numbers. And I do an annual sheet. Okay? Starting with January up to now, I track off all the numbers. So at a glance, I know what numbers are left and the best numbers for me to play. Without a tic-tac-toe, a date-sum, a grid, a mirror, a flip, all those things. You only have to understand mirrors with this one, and it's going to be simple when I show it to you. But the flips, and even with some of the mirrors that they call, you only going to be looking at an episode. But now you got all the 1,000 numbers here. You're looking at the whole movie because you can strategize off this one sheet because you're looking at the movie and seeing what your numbers are playing like in your state, your midday, your evening. Texas got 4 draws. Some of them got 3 draws. But whatever draw they have, and they playing 1,000 numbers, I don't care if it's on the moon, you'll be able to track them all off one little sheet in 22 numbers. Without a tic-tac-toe, a date-sum, a grid, a flip, a mirror, or guessing out of thin air. Been there, done that, y'all. Out of thin air where you're going to play your numbers from. You'll always have your eye on the movie. And enjoying the movie at that while you watch the numbers fall. Okay. So with here, an annual sheet, monthly sheet. The reason we do the monthly sheet, each month you want to see where the numbers are falling off of each column and where they're not falling, where the numbers are not falling off while you're watching the movie. So you'll know what numbers to play and what numbers have played and what numbers haven't played and what columns they played off of. All at a glance, off this one sheet. And say you get a column where numbers ain't fell off in 2, 3, 4, 5 months, you know it at a glance. You ain't got to guess what numbers are not playing and what numbers are playing. Okay? And with the mirrors I was talking about, in Pick 3 world, you're going to hear about opposite and mirror numbers. That's all you got to remember with this. It's opposite and mirror numbers. And it's going to be simple because everything's in numerical order. And I'm going to show you. You take the 1,000 numbers and let's say you divide them in half. And you start with 0, 0, 0, triple zeros to 499 and 500 to 999, triple nines. These are the top numbers. These are your bottom numbers. Now, here's where the mirrors and opposites come in at. A 0 is opposite of 5, 5 opposite of 0. 1 opposite of 6, 6 opposite of 1. 2 opposite of 7, 7 opposite of 2. 3 opposite of 8, 8 opposite of 3. 4 opposite of 9, 9 opposite of 4. Or 0 mirrors 5, 5 mirrors 0. 1 mirrors 6, 6 mirrors 1. 2 mirrors 7, 7 mirrors 2. 3 mirrors 8, 8 mirrors 3. 4 mirrors 9, 9 mirrors 4. See how simple that is? The reason why that's so valuable to know, in each one of these columns, in this movie here, you can see all the numbers and their mirrors. in each column, on every one of these columns. The movie's showing. Okay, we're looking at the 901 that just came in. The opposite of it is 456 at a glance. The 012, the opposite of it is 567. 5 is opposite 0, 0 opposite 5, 6 opposite 1, 1 opposite 6, 7 opposite 2, 2 opposite 7. All at a glance. Each column, each numerical order, straight down. No guesswork. You won't have to guess no number. You won't even have to guess the mirror. Power of that. Like I was saying before, if one of these columns don't hit for 30 days, I don't really trip off for 30 days. Column don't hit for 60 days, I got my eye on that bad column. Column don't hit for 90 days, I'm playing numbers off that column when I hit. As I build my bucket list off of numbers, when I'm hitting, I know exactly what column I'm going to get my numbers. I don't never have to guess another number, because by law of average, a number going to come off that column in 90 days. And if it's 120 days, ain't nothing stop me from playing off that column. You got to realize that's 4 months out of the year. And ain't no number fell off the 60 numbers. Yes, ma'am. It can take that long. Yes, sir. It can take that long. And as you tracking the actual columns and the actual numbers, you'll be able to see that. And that won't get by you. Like I said, for a simple reason, when you play in a column and you see for 4 months, but as you checking off and you see, as you checked off, you see that 0, 1, 2, and it's opposite 5, 6, 7 ain't failed. Them two numbers you're going to play, 50-cent box, straight box, however you want to play them. Because by the law of average, between those two, one of them going to come out. That's how I just hit the 901. And the 456. They hadn't played all year. I knew that one of them had to come out off that column. Okay? Or if you go 4 months and you've had checked some of them off within that 4 months, but you like again, you see the 0, 1, 2, the 5, 6, 7, the 1, 2, 3, and the 6, 7, 8 ain't fair. You can play all 4 of them. Normally I play the whole column 50-cent box or straight box. Depends on how I hit. If I got the money in my pocket, I play them straight box, the whole column. If it ain't hit 4 months, I know. Now, in Missouri, the numbers usually come straight like they are. That's how I play it. But if you ain't got enough money, at least play the mirrors. Or if you got a little bit more money, just play the whole column 50-cent box. In Missouri, 50-cent box on a column like this is $50. Okay? So now, I'm doing a little reality check, and I said a little bit of it when you came on earlier. Trying to hit these numbers the next day, the lottery ain't set up for that. You got 1,000 numbers. Again, like I said, you play 365 days out of the year and you played a different number. You still got 635 numbers you ain't gonna touch, you ain't gonna headstand, you ain't gonna bounce, you ain't gonna do a twist, you ain't gonna do nothing to hit those numbers. But you can't play them all, but you can definitely track them all until they come around to the way you know it's gonna be good for you to catch them. That's how I do it. 1,000 numbers, 365 days in a year. You played a different number. You're going to have 635 days. 635 numbers you ain't going to touch. Period. Okay? Now, another reality check that I have for you. Take these numbers, these 10, exactly as they are. Okay? And you played them 365 days out of the year. On average, all you're going to do is get 3 of these numbers exact. Like they are. Just like they are. 3 of them out of the whole year that you played. You know why? If you look at the 365 of 1,000, ain't but a third of the numbers. 3 of 10 is a third. Or 30%. So you just got a whole 60% you ain't going to touch. That's every year. If you play these same numbers the next year, you might get a different 3 numbers. Or the next year, you might get another different 3 numbers. Or you might just get 2. But you have to know what you're dealing with. You have to realize any 10 numbers you play, on average, you're more likely going to only get 3 of those exact for the whole year. Same with triples. That's why I don't invest in triples. Because you can only get them one way. At least you can get these boxed. Triples you can't get but one way. And on average, on triples, you're only going to get 3 of them out of the whole year. And the way I play triples, I wait till the end of the year. If ain't no triple field, then in the whole year, by December, I'll start playing some triples. But I didn't track to see what triples are best to play. I don't just play all 10 triples just to be playing them. I got a pretty good idea what triples is going to fall. Because I didn't track them. Okay, and as we go farther on into the tutorial, I'll show you how I track my triples. And I already told you, I don't play triples unless toward the end of the year ain't a triple fail, because by law of average, which is what we're working with, 3 triples normally fall. So if it ain't failed in 12 months, I know by law of average, maybe 2 or 3 going to fall in December. Or fall within that year. Or if a triple ain't failed for 12 months, I'm counting, then I'll pick up triples. But other than that, I don't. You only got 3 times of hitting them out of the year. That to me is not the way I want to spend my money on triples. But this here, all 1,000 numbers at a glance. Okay. Now, if you like what you see so far, and you're a first-time viewer, appreciate it if you subscribe, comment, and follow me. I know this is a fairly new system, but I can teach this system in 30 minutes to anybody with this sheet. And you can teach it in 30 minutes because it's just that simple and easy. I'm telling you. All right, what we're going to do, we're going to go to my other strategies here. And they're simple at a glance too. Tracking the pairs, single pairs. So you always know where the pairs stand. So if you're looking for a pair, want to made up pairs, you know you're not doing any guessing of pairs or seeking everywhere for pairs. Been there, done that, y'all. I'm just trying to save y'all some heartache and pain, you know, like I used to have, but not no more. But anyway, just like this 109 that came in, you want to track the pairs. It's got 3 different numbers. It's got the 1, 0, and the 9. So on this here, you're going to mark off the 0, 0, 1. You're going to mark off the 0, 9. And you're going to mark off the 19. That gives you your 3 pairs, okay? And then, let's say you got a double. Let's say it's 7, 8, 8. All right? 7, 8, 8. You're going to mark off the 78 and the 88 because it only got 2 different numbers. And if you got a triple, let's say it's the triple eights. You only got 1 number, so you're going to mark off the double 8s. Off this pairing system. See those numbers? You can just write those out on a hand or sheet of paper and start tracking today. Everything I got, you can put on a piece of paper and start tracking. All right. Now here is my numbering positioning. What I did, I wanted to know, after playing so long, and this is 30 years, I want to know where them numbers might possibly fall at if I'm playing a number. And working with the law of average, what I did, I took numbers from 0 to 9. I made a column, 0 to 9, and 0 to 9. I made 3 columns, okay? So like this 109 that came in, I'll mark off the 1 in the front spot. I'll mark off the 0 in the middle, 9 on the end, okay? Now, I always know and what position a number didn't come in at. So I always know wherever to play my numbers and what position that number might be in or not in. Okay? And these are monthly. That's what you're doing on the month. So let's say I'm playing 160, all right? And I've done this here and marked everything off and rotated to the next month. And I realized that the 6 hadn't failed on the front end, and I'm playing 160. Then I'm going to make sure I put that 6 on the front, play 601, and play it 610. So if that 6 do come and it comes with my number, more of a likely chance of it's going to come 601 or 610, and I got them straight. Okay? Now here, those are monthly tracking. This here is annual. All what here is really powerful and simple. It's powerful, but it's so simple. Okay? Because you're watching the whole movie, as I call it, not just episodes. Here, now, you got this top and the bottom is your front pairs and your back pairs. All right? These numbers here are front and bottom. Okay? Just like this 106 that came in. This 109 that came in. The top, I'm going to mark off the 10. And the bottom, I'm going to mark off the 09. So as the year goes by, I know exactly what front pair and what back pair hasn't failed. That's how we hit the triple eights that just failed in Missouri evening draw. 8 back pair hadn't failed. Triple eights hadn't failed. So I just made that back pair up saying, okay, the likelihood of that 8 when it come on the back gonna come with them triple eights. But that come from me knowing what actual numbers front and back didn't come in. And like I say, when I'm looking to play triples, I looked to see if any triples fail all year. If they didn't, and then tracking the front pair and the back pair, and this can happen because it has happened and I have hit from it. If 00 front ain't fail, 00 back ain't fail, I'm playing triple zeros in December. If let's go to 2-2, and that's how I track my triples. If 2-2-2 ain't fail on the front, 2-2 back ain't fail, I'm playing triple twos. Fairly easy system. Okay? Now I can tell you too, for Missouri evening draw, that no front back double is left for the rest of the year. The AA back pair was the last double for the rest of the year to play. That's how you strategize. And it's very simple. It's very simple. But if you're not tracking these numbers, you're playing in the dark. You're playing in the dark. And you don't have to go nowhere to get no numbers from anywhere if you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. Period. Now here, what I did here to make it easy and simple with Pick 3 at a glance, I took the doubles because I wasn't really up to being comfortable at a glance how to do where my doubles stood. So what I did, like I told you about the mirrors and the opposite numbers, I took all my doubles and put them in pairs and mirrors of each other. All right? So by doing that, I always knew what pair and its opposite fell or didn't fall at all times. And that's how I worked it. And here it is. Let's say right here, I want to pick one of my numbers that I'm playing with. Right here is the number. I know that last year right here, This 223, this 332, this 778, and this 887 didn't fall all last year on evening because I had them stacked like this and checking them off, and I could tell what numbers didn't play at a glance. Now, this 332 and this 887 still haven't failed, and that's why you see it as my mirror numbers. And that's what I'm playing to the end of the year, and it's going to carry on to next year. Because this 223 and this 332 is a pair. This 778 and this 887 is a pair. But each pair is the opposite of each other. Each pair is they mirror each other. And what mirror a pair is opposite is left, those are numbers I made up and carry over to the next year. And most of the time for my tracking, you're going to have 3 to maybe 4 of these columns left out of the year. I take 3 of these 4 of these columns that haven't failed and carry them over to the next year. All right? Instead of trying to play all those doubles, trying to catch them. Because I know by law of average, these are going to show up. Because this one this year already, the 778 and the 223 just showed up. Well, the 223 just showed up. And I knew to play it. And the 778 has showed up. But the other 2 are still left. They good as gold for me. So when I hit, I always know where to go and find my doubles. I don't have to play all them doubles and guess what kind and pull out doubles out the air. So this is as simple as it get. Ain't gonna get no simpler. Ain't gonna get no confusing. Like I said, I can explain this whole system in 30 minutes. If you just write this stuff down right here and call Mo Monetary, I guarantee you I can explain everything it is to you in 30 minutes. And you can explain it to everybody in 30 minutes. Because this is well thought through planning here. All right? This ain't, you just ain't gonna see it. And I'm gonna keep saying it. You ain't gonna see it with the tic-tac-toe, the date sums, the flips, the grids, and the different multiple rundowns. It's like looking at an episode, but I just gave you the whole movie. All right, family. And first time viewers, play up in the come, make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless.